New tonight, Atlanta-based UPS has quietly cut more than 1,000 jobs per week this year.
The cuts are part of a major shakeup at the company, and at the same time, Amazon is also eliminating jobs. 11 Alive's Doug Richards breaks down what's behind these changes.
Tractor trailers roll in and out of the UPS warehouse off I-85 at a fraction of the pace they did a decade ago, when UPS's biggest customer was Amazon. Now Amazon delivers its own packages, and both companies are now reducing their workforces here in Metro Atlanta. UPS, at its headquarters in Sandy Springs, announced it has cut 34,000 jobs in its operational workforce so far this year, plus 14,000 mostly management jobs. The company told investors it expects to save $3.5 billion by the end of this year, with the intent to right-size our business to create a more efficient operating model that was more responsive to market dynamics.
I think we knew that was coming. Obviously, the relationship with Amazon has shrunk.
Did you know UPS quietly cut 48,000 jobs this year? Now, it didn't happen all at once, but gradually throughout 2025, UPS eliminated 34,000 operational roles and another 14,000 management and executive positions. Most of those affected were drivers, warehouse workers, and management. It's all part of a massive restructuring after UPS walked away from a big chunk of its Amazon business. They're calling it, quote, efficiency, but workers recognize it's a massive layoff. And me, I'm calling it, I told y'all this was coming. UPS actually warned this would happen. It wasn't a secret. They told the public what their plan was, and now we're seeing they implemented it. Last year, I reported that UPS complained Amazon deliveries weren't very profitable. The volume was high, but the margins were low. So in early 2025, UPS made a deal with Amazon to cut package volume by more than 50%. Back in Q2, UPS also announced plans to close nearly 100 locations and lay off 20,000 people by mid-2026. I reported that too. Well, here we are in Q4 2025. And they've already shut down a lot of facilities and laid off more than the 20,000 projected. They got rid of a total of 48,000 people. This is also a major blow to the Teamsters Union. That's the part nobody's really talking about. Remember when they celebrated that big 2023 contract win? Well, UPS found another way to win through restructuring. They used buyouts and operational changes to cut tens of thousands of jobs, a lot of them union members, while still staying within contract limits. Yeah, they got a lot of them to accept buyouts and walk away. So that major Teamsters contract did nothing to save jobs ultimately, and quiet as it's kept, those layoffs were accelerated, and the number of layoffs was 2.5 times more.
CNBC reports Amazon is also laying off 14,000 corporate employees to make the company leaner and less bureaucratic. Emory marketing professor Doug Bowman says artificial intelligence is changing the e-commerce game, giving tech-savvy consumers options beyond the two giants of package delivery.
There's a commonality, I think, that's lurking in both the Amazon announcement and the UPS announcement, and that is customers' increasing use of Gen AI platforms to support their purchases.
And that's another thing. Amazon just announced this week they're laying off 14,000 corporate employees, and they're not done. Their plan is to keep cutting corporate jobs. That number is expected to rise to 30,000, and they flat out said it. Those jobs are being replaced by AI. They're not replacing people with people anymore. People are being replaced by robots. So the future of AI everyone was warned about, well, it's here already. As for UPS, they plan to save $3.5 billion. That's horrible news for workers. But their shareholders, they're loving this news.
Investors found good news in the job cuts at UPS. The company's stock price surged when markets opened this morning.
Let's start with United Parcel Service. They deliver. They smashed Wall Street profit expectations, and they did it by cutting costs and unfortunately by eliminating 34,000 jobs this year. This is the cut to its permanent operational workforce, and that includes delivery drivers, package handlers. It's actually a 70% increase from the previous layoff target that we heard about. As part of the cost-saving initiative, they've closed daily operations at 93 leased and owned buildings. Matt Maley over at Miller Tabak says this is exactly what UPS had needed. The company's trying to remove also less profitable business from the network, such as the e-commerce. It doesn't make them much money at all when they deliver packages for Amazon.
Help me here, Scarlett. My scientific analysis is I'm drowning in cardboard boxes where I live. It gets bigger and bigger.
Well, the packaging.
The parcel thing.
Yeah, absolutely. The stock, by the way, really being rewarded for these latest efforts. 10% of its staff, approximately, when you look at the 34,000 jobs as opposed to the overall size of its workforce.
Remember, they had a pretty big labor contract with the Teamsters union, so you can lay some of that on that contract.
Again, that's the part nobody's talking about. If you really thought UPS was just going to lay down for Teamsters and didn't see this coming, I don't know what to tell you. They decided they're too expensive, and they started quietly getting rid of those people this year. So they had a good year, a year and a half, to enjoy their Teamsters win before UPS pulled the Uno reverse. And yes, union workers agreed to these buyouts, but guess what? They're not getting those jobs back. They're going forever, and they don't want them back either. On top of that, Teamsters don't have another job lined up for them anywhere. The people at the top over there got their cuts, and they're living good, while a lot of union workers are still looking for their next paycheck. Unfortunately, because coming from UPS as a union worker, let me tell you another secret they're not talking about on the news. When these union workers go to get hired at another company, these companies will literally skip them and toss their applications because they want nothing to do with them. They're more worried about the union workers coming into their companies, influencing their own workers. These corporations don't like them, so they hate to see them coming. Why? Because they want to make money. It's all about the money, and they want more of it.
This UPS is exactly why I tell y'all that job and them people at that job, because UPS is trying to offer their employees $1,800 for every year that they have been with the company. Now, I don't know about y'all, but rent is $1,800. And if you done been there 5 years, you don't even have 5 months of rent, because they're going to tax the out of that money. So you probably got, 2.5, possibly? How are you supposed to survive off of that? And then you have these other companies outside of that not even really hiring. So what are these people supposed to do? And UPS approved a humongous contract with their workers either last year or the year before, and then they dropped these damn layoffs. Knowing, first of all, the company is not struggling. They're not struggling. They're greedy. Greedy as fuck. And they're going to be successful in their greed under Trumpet, dumbass.
Yeah, bro. Even the people at UPS, they got 34,000 jobs, bro. Goodness gracious, bro. What the heck? Right before peak season, 34,000 jobs, bro. And everybody, like I said, everybody think it's sweet out here. Everybody think their job is safe. Yo, buddy, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Even this job ain't safe, bro. I don't care how much mail I deliver. This job ain't safe, bro. No such thing. I'm trying to tell y'all. They be telling y'all, oh, we're back by the union. Oh, we got Congress. Oh. Bro, this job ain't safe, bro. Nobody is safe out here, bro. Y'all better tighten up y'all seatbelt. Real talk. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Cut out all the fun, all the unnecessary stuff, and start stacking some assets. Y'all better find a way.
That's the main takeaway from all of this. No one is safe, and it's been time to get your affairs in order. Having a union job and negotiating the largest contract here and there, all this union publicity, it's not going to save you. Look at UPS. They're getting rid of people. And these laid off workers are having a very hard time looking for another company to take them in. It's almost like they're being blackballed because all the corporations are looking out for themselves, and they all saw that Teamsters deal too. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. I want to thank everybody who supported this channel. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.